Welcome to a Culture Course production where we help you attract the best talent and create a company culture where your team can thrive. In this week's episode, we are going to go over an article that was written by the Harvard Business Review. They did a study and looked at multiple studies, and that they figured out the top 3 things that the top talent that most employees are looking for in a company. And in this article, there was a quote that basically said this: what the top talent really wants is feeling that you make a meaningful impact and identifying with the company's mission and believing that it does some good in the world. Again, it says that they want to have employees, they want to have a feeling that they are making a meaningful impact, and they want to be able to identify with the company's mission and believe that they're doing good in the world. People want to do work that matters. That's the number one thing, according to this article and many other articles and studies, that employees want. So do you want to attract the top talent? That means your company must have a mission, must have a purpose that makes the world a better place. That the work that you are doing within your company genuinely helps other people. It makes an impact on people. That's what employees want. In an additional study, Inc. magazine found out that 51% of currently employed folks, so over half of your staff right now, is actively looking for another job. That's right. Over half of the Americans that are currently working in the workforce right now are actually looking for another job. And the number one reason why they're looking for another job, because they feel like the work they're doing doesn't have meaning. This is a big deal, that your company, that the tasks that your employees are doing, the things that they're doing, the reason why they come into work every day, it has meaning and it makes an impact on other people. Deloitte also has a statistic. They say, after research of thousands upon thousands of different companies across all kinds of different employee types, so you're talking about admins all the way up into and through the C-suite with the executive roles, they found by doing a study of all of these people that 88% of people who are currently employed are not giving their best at work. We, as business owners, companies are not getting the most out of 88% of the employed staff. Do you know what the 12% had? The people that were actually not just working to their potential, but in this study, they found they were exceeding what they had as the bar for potential. That 12% all had one thing in common. They had purpose. They believed that the work that they did was making an impact. And that belief, that purpose that they aligned with, is the reason why they showed up to work every day, why they gave their best, why they were able to give their best in as many moments as they possibly could and produce at the levels that they were producing at. This week's episode is brought to you by Culture Course at culturecourse.com. I want to give a shout out to one of the Culture Course students, Billy Wagner in Florida. He is an insurance agency owner, and he is a guy who is self-proclaimed as a culture nerd. He has done a lot of really great things within his agency, within his team, and gotten a lot of great stuff out of his team. But even he, who is a culture nerd, went through Culture Course and was able to apply a lot of awesome stuff. So, Billy, thanks for taking the class. Thanks for being awesome. From one culture nerd to another, keep building your company culture and making them thrive. Well done. You can visit culturecourse.com to see if it is a good fit for you. So the rebuttal that people are going to have to this as it pertains to purpose is, no, Grant, you don't understand it. Money is what motivates people. And that's how I'm going to find the best talent, especially in my town. I have to pay X amount of dollars. Or if I put on my job descriptions or job announcements or job listings that it's going to pay a lot, then I'm going to get a lot of really good talent. That's how I attract the top talent, not through purpose. Well, money is important. as it provides for people a lot of different things, food, shelter, all the basic needs that are out there. But the reality is in our society, most people, at least most of the people that you're going to be looking to employ, don't necessarily struggle with basic needs. And yes, money is important and it's part of what's there motivating. But according to all these studies, if you want to get the most out of your team, if you want to attract the top talent, it's purpose. And here's further proof. If you hire people with money motivation, that is a fundamentally selfish thing. That means you're hiring people that are all about themselves. And if you've ever tried to manage someone who's super selfish, it's toxic to the culture. It's extremely hard to manage, and it doesn't really work out. So money is not necessarily going to be the answer. And here's another thing. If you're doing money as the primary thing to attract the top talent, what happens when another job comes by that's going to pay more? They're going to leave because they were motivated by money. That's not the type of person you want to come work for you. That's not the type of person who's going to build your company culture and put it in a great place. To attract the top talent, to have a company culture that's going to thrive, you need to have a purpose. They need to align with that purpose. So, I can even tell you that there was another study that was done that said people graduating with their master's degree, so people that would have a really great resume because the education that they had, they said that they'd be willing to take a 25% pay cut to work for a company, to work for a place that they could do work that matters, that they could do work where they have an impact. They're taking a pay cut to go work places and do things that matter. So yeah, money's important, but a lot of the new top talent out there now, they're willing to get paid less, save you money if you have a purpose. My staff at Stewardship is awesome. They are some of the most amazing people ever. I get asked all the time, Grant, how did you find them? How are you willing to get them to do what they do? And it's all because they align with the company purpose. They want to love people through finances, genuinely. And that's how I'm able to get what I get out of them. They will run through brick walls to serve other people. Because they care about other people and they want to make that impact. It's a big deal. It's worked for me and I know it'll work for you. So this week's call to action, do work that matters. Create a purpose statement for your company that people can align with, that they can unify around and that they can pursue because that's going to help you attract the top talent. The conclusion of the article that we are talking about that was in question from Harvard Business Review says this: our data suggests that people are very clear on what they want at work, and they fundamentally want the same things, and they want to do work that matters. Look at your company culture this week. Look at your business. Look at all the tasks that are involved. Evaluate that this week and see, is my staff actually doing stuff that matters? And can I take the tasks that they're doing and tie it to a great purpose that makes an impact? We'll see you next week.